Hey guys, it's me, Jody from O'Neill's Deals, and I'm back with another video for you today. Today is going to be my 2020 recap. It's January of 2021, so I have all of my stats collected for the past year, and I'm going to let you guys know how much I made, where I made it, what my top sales were, and a whole lot of other information. This is definitely going to be a number heavy video, so I am going to be putting the numbers right here. But if you're not super interested in hearing a bunch of numbers or knowing what I made, feel free to check out my other videos. I do a lot of thrift hauls, and I just did Vlogmas in December, so there's lots of other content for you to go and watch. But if you're interested and want to see exactly how much I made, thank you so much for watching. And please like this video before you click away. It really helps out my channel. And subscribe if you haven't quite yet. I do want to say thank you to the people who reached out to me. I know that I was uploading for Vlogmas every single day, and I got quite a few messages about people who are like, "Are you okay? We miss you. Please upload another video." So this video is definitely for you guys. I haven't really figured out what my video schedule is going to look like quite yet. My work schedule is finally kind of leveling out and becoming more repetitive, so I will be able to figure out when I'm able to film videos and get them uploaded for you guys. So I'll have a more definitive schedule hopefully going forward, but I still don't know what that is. You guys will definitely be the first ones to know once I do figure out what that's going to look like. Okay, here's some of the numbers. We're going to start and kind of just jump right in. During 2020, I did go full-time reselling. I was a full-time reseller from June 1st to December 7th. I started my new job, I believe, on the 8th. That's a guess. I don't know. You can go back and watch my Vlogmas videos and it'll tell you exactly when. But for about 5 months, I was full-time, and the other 7 months, I was part-time. So this is, a mix of both. I do have all of my information written in a little journal, so that's why I will be looking down. All right, so in 2020, I sold a total of 1,729 items on Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari. So those were the three, and PayPal. So I guess 4 platforms that I sold items on the internet this year. I have branched out and included eBay and Mercari. I didn't always do a lot of selling on there, but with Vendu, it made it so easy to cross list that it felt like I was missing out on money by not listing over on eBay and Mercari as much as I could, theoretically. So I will be sharing with you guys exactly how much that ended up making me by cross-listing here in just a second, but I sold 1,729 items in total. I should have looked at how many items I sourced, but a lot. And my total sales for the year, and this is in sales, so like if I sold something for $80, that's before fees, before cost of goods, I sold $32,998.18. So, $2 away from $33,000 in sales. If you take that total sales price divided by the number of items, my average sale price across all platforms was $19.09. So as you guys know from my December videos, I am working on only sourcing items, that will sell for over $20. So my goal for 2021, or one of them really, is to raise my average sale price up above $20. I paid a total of $8,179.13 in fees, platform fees, and shipping discounts. So if you subtract that, as well as my cost of goods sold, so COGS, of $5,479.77, you end up with how much money I made. So we're going to take the total sales hopefully it's right here, minus the fees and shipping. That makes my deposit amount, which is just how much I actually physically got put into my bank, $24,825.03. Okay, then we're going to take out the cost of goods of the items that I sold, so cost of goods sold, and that was $5,479.77. Making my total profit for 2020 from reselling income $19,345.26. So that is profit after cost of goods and fees. Doesn't include shipping supplies or, I pay for Vendu every month and things like that. So there's still some additional expenses that come out, as well as taxes. I save 30% for my taxes. Every single time I pay myself, before the money ever touches my personal account, 30% of whatever money I'm moving goes into a savings account for taxes. And I pay quarterly taxes, which you should be doing if you are selling on the internet, basically. I'm pretty sure is like the criteria. Talk to your CPA. They can tell you probably should be making estimated tax payments if you're going to be owing. There's some sort of formula that they do to figure out how much that is, but it's a good thing to talk to them about. So then my top 5 sales of the year. This is kind of a fun one. I'm going to put pictures right here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. And I'm going to go in reverse order because it's just more fun that way. Number 5 was this Vince kangaroo pocket. I just wrote Kanga. Hoodie is a fuzzy, almost like Sherpa-y style hoodie, and it sold for $100 even on Poshmark, and I sourced it from the Goodwill outlet for $1.38. Paid the $20 in fees to Poshmark and ended up earning $78.62 profit on that item. That's pretty good. I mean, $78 is nothing to, wave off. Number 4 is this ATM, which is Anthony Thomas Marco? I don't know. Anthony something, ATM, brand ribbed cardigan. It was like a longer, almost duster style cardigan. And I got that from my local church thrift for $1.09, so $1 plus tax. And it sold for $105. So minus the cost of goods and the $21 in fees, I earned $82.91. Number 3 is this Johnny Was asymmetrical top, which I got from a charity thrift. So they help children who need help and assistance. And it sold for $125. I sourced it from that store for $6, and there was $25 in fees. So I ended up earning $94 on that top. Number 2 was this pair of Fry boots. They're men's boots. The style is called the Riley. And I sourced this from that same church thrift store. I sourced it for $6. It's pretty good for boots. And they sold for $149. And with the $30 fee, I ended up profiting $113 on this one pair of shoes. That's so cool. I love that. That's amazing to me. And there was quite a few items I sold that I was hoping to make more money on, or they were parts of bundles, so it was actually less, and I didn't include those. I actually found these numbers by looking at my inventory spreadsheet that has my actual earnings on it. So the top 5 is based on that. And number 1 actually came from my personal closet. I bought it from Matt Talek on Poshmark and Instagram because I really loved this bag. I thought it was incredible, but I just wasn't carrying it enough to justify having it. So I sold this All Saints Kita bag for $153.70. It was part of a bundle. That was the portion that went to the bag. Sold it for, $153.70. No cost of goods because I bought it for my personal use, so it's from my closet. There was $30.74 in fees, so I earned $122.96 on this one item. That was my number one sale of 2020. And then for top months in sales, my top month was April, followed by March, and then by August. I usually do my best sales in the spring. March, April, May, I guess would say, are my best selling months every single year, followed by usually October is also very good for me. Just year over year, I've done this for 4 years, and that's been pretty consistently the way that each year goes. So I'm not surprised to see that April and March are my 1 and 2. I'm actually the most surprised about August, but August was one of the first months where I was reselling full time, so I'm not really that surprised to see that one was up there as well. And then just to share, like, realistically, I had 5 months where I sold $3,000 or more, 4 months where I sold between $2,000 and $3,000, and 3 months where I sold between $1,000 and $2,000. So I like to keep it as high as possible. Obviously, that's the goal. But this year I'm trying to not have any between the 1 and 2,000 like bracket. I want it to be 2,000 and above for every single month. I actually have a goal to sell $50,000 worth of items this year. I don't know if that will happen because now I'm working and I kind of made that before. It's okay. I'm okay with it. Last year I did 33 basically thousand, and this year I'm shooting for 50. It's kind of a stretch goal. That's a little bit out of my range, I'd say, but I still want it to be a goal. 33 was out of my range. I had no intentions of actually hitting that number. I just was like, here's a number, and I totally did it. It was, not easy, but I did it, and it surpassed that number, so I'm really happy with how that was. And why not create kind of a stretch goal to push you just a little bit harder. Okay, the next thing is going to be my platform breakdown. So like I said, I sell on 4 platforms. I sell on Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, and PayPal. PayPal is definitely the lowest. I sold a total of $174 on PayPal. That's just to avoid the fees of other platforms, basically. So I sold 1 large bundle to Laura from Posh the Bellwether. She purchased a bundle from me for my Name Your Price sale that I ran in December. She just came and picked it up. She's local to me, so we went ahead and did that through PayPal just to keep the fees at 0, basically. And then I also sold a couple of items to my best friend who lives in Arizona, and she paid me through PayPal. So that's pretty much the only things that went through there. It was a total of 14 items. Average sale price was $12.43. I don't have to charge as much on PayPal because there's no fees. It's really nice. Then the next platform is Mercari. I sold $376 worth of items on there. It was 16 items, and my average sale price was $23.50. I actually have my highest average sale is on Mercari, and I think it's because that's where I mostly sell hard goods, and I feel more confident selling hard goods at higher prices. It's kind of a weird thing, I think, in my brain where I think clothing, there's so much clothing out in the world that I struggle a little bit personally with pricing things higher than, say, like $30. Most of my closet on Poshmark is between $20 and $30, and I have like a block there. But for hard goods, things are harder to find. There's, you're selling a specific item that maybe someone is looking for. And so I just have a natural knack to want to list things for higher on Mercari, so I do. And that is definitely reflected on my average sale price on that platform. And then eBay, I sold $462.36. Most of that comes from like auctions and the occasional sale. Like I really don't sell a lot on eBay. I did sell 27 items for an average sale price of $17.12. Have a cat. Hello. Obviously, Poshmark is my number one platform, selling $31,985 on there. That's in sales. And number of items, 1,671. And my average sale price on Poshmark, when you take out the other platforms, it goes up a little bit to $19.14. Overall, average sale price was $19.09. So this is just a little bit higher just because I think those PayPal sales kind of bring it down a little bit, and eBay sales. But obviously Poshmark is my number one. It's, you know, where I list every single item, and that's always going to be my highest platform. I don't plan to make either one of those other platforms. Plan to make either of the other platforms or main platforms that I sell on. My main one, I like Poshmark, and as long as they'll have me, I'll probably be selling on there. Okay, the next thing that I'm going to talk about is top brands that I've sold in 2020. Oh, and I am going to go in reverse order again because it's just more fun that way. Number 3, I actually had a tie, and this is based on the number of items that I sold, not the value of the sales. So number of items sold, that's what we're looking at. So I had a tie for number 3 between Madewell and Victoria's Secret. So I sold, I keep saying told instead of sold, so I'm sorry if some of those sneak through. I sold 53 items of both of those brands. For Madewell, my average sale price is $18.28, and my average cost of goods is $4.09. So I'm paying around $4 to sell it for around $18. Victoria's Secret, again, sold 53 items. My average sale is lower. It's $14.02. But my average cost of goods is also lower, usually around $2.02 per item. So I end up making 12-ish. You know, that doesn't include the fee, but I'm trying to compare them, versus 14 for the Madewell. So, you know, they're pretty much the same. There's not a lot of like comparison there. Or there is a good comparison there, because even though I'm spending more, I'm making more, and even though I'm spending less, I'm making less. So those are pretty much right on par with each other. The number 2 brand was J. Crew. Surprisingly, I don't feel like I pick up that much J. Crew, but this also includes things that I didn't source this year. I may have sold stuff that I sourced in 2017, but it's still sold in 2020. So even though I'm not really picking up that much J. Crew anymore, it's still my number 2 selling brand because I have a lot of it in my inventory. Sold 61 J. Crew pieces this year. Average sale price was $15.26. And my average cost of goods is $2.33. So again, picking it up on $1.99 day at Goodwill, picking it up at the outlet, picking it up on $2 day at my local church thrift. Those are the places where I'm getting that really low cost of goods and where I might be willing to pick up J. Crew or Victoria's Secret. Those lower cost of good items usually aren't coming from me buying it because it's $6.99 at Goodwill. It's, oh, well, it's cheap and I can flip it quick. Let's do that. So that's kind of where you're getting that $2 cost of goods from. And then my top brand is number 1, Lululemon. Is anyone surprised? I buy a lot of Lululemon. In fact, I sold 81 items this year from that brand alone. It's my favorite brand to buy. It's my favorite brand to sell. I love finding it. It makes me excited every single time. Doesn't matter that I've sold 81 pieces this year. I'm still excited to find it every time I see it at a thrift store. I still will pay a good amount of money for it. Not the tank tops, don't buy the tank tops. Not unless they're like $2. I'm telling you right now. Sports bras, leggings, jackets, you name it, I bought it, and I love selling Lululemon. My average sale price is $27.66. Above the 20 where I want to be, it's almost 30. That's great. You know, people look for Lululemon. I know it's not uncommon at this point. It's something that you can find, and I like to buy it. So I'm that person that will turn around and sell a ton of it. You know, I'm not surprised by the 27 number at all. I've sold a couple of items this year from Lululemon that were in the $80 to $100 range. I sold a men's Lululemon coat for $150, I think. You know, I love selling it. Everything's good. The men's stuff does really well. Even Aviva does well for me. I love having it in my closet. And my average cost of goods on that is $7.31. So Lululemon is one of the few things that if I find it at a thrift store and it's not on sale, I'm still going to think about buying it. I still look through like the Fashion Focus, which is like the Better Brands area of my Goodwill. It's black tags. They never go on sale, basically. And I still look through that section just to find Lululemon. It might be $15. It might be $20. But if it's something good and it's under 20 bucks, I'm probably going to get it because I know for a fact that it will flip relatively quickly for a good amount of money. I'm going to make money on it unless it's a tank top. Don't buy the tank tops. And I also don't really buy the like basic t-shirts either, but that's a whole nother topic. I'm gonna stop talking about it now. While we're talking about sourcing, I might as well give you my top sources of 2020. These numbers are gonna be based on the sales. So the sales of the items that I bought from these stores were the highest. So number 3 is the local church thrift that I love. I have sold this year, so this is the after cost of goods and after fees number. So like the profit number. I profited $2,843.29 in profit from that store after the fees and cost of goods are taken out. Number 2, and none of these are a surprise. These are the places that I shop the most, so I'm absolutely not surprised that I made the most money from these stores. Number 2 was Goodwill. I profited $4,510.26. And then number 1, want to take a guess? I'll give you a second. Okay, seconds up. What's a Goodwill outlet? I profited $6,308.95. So again, not surprised. Are any of you? The Goodwill outlet is the most profitable, best place to shop if you want to have low cost of goods. And quite frankly, I may have spent the same amount of money at Goodwill as I did at Goodwill outlet, but I got more items at the Goodwill outlet. And so then my profit is just significantly higher. I do have a couple of honorable mentions though, because they're kind of fun. And these ones weren't necessarily like the obvious. Honorable mentions include consignment. I profited $168.51 from consignment items. I profited $309.68 from family and friends items that people gave me for free. Thank you. You guys earned me $310 by giving me your crap you're going to take to Goodwill. Saved me some money and made me some money. And then I earned $629.95 from items from my personal closet. Personal closet, $630. I sold some Torrid stuff, some Old Navy stuff, sold a bunch of Gap stuff that I wasn't using. Like, honestly, if people want to make money on Poshmark and they need somewhere to start in your closet. This year, this is my 4th year doing this, and I still made $630 from just selling the items in my personal closet that I wasn't using. Any one of you could use an extra $630. Your friends, your family, tell everyone about Poshmark, tell everyone about reselling, because honestly, there is money to be made doing this. Period. I'd like to mention though that none of those numbers included my Arizona sourcing. So I did source it at Goodwill in Arizona. Most of it was from Goodwill. I didn't include that in the numbers I just shared with you because the next section is the Arizona thrift trip and kind of going over those numbers and what I'm currently looking at for the sales and, you know, what's left to sell. So as you guys know, I went to Arizona, Phoenix area in September of 2020. My best friend does live there, so I was able to stay with her. I didn't have to get a hotel room. I did pay for my plane ticket and a rental car as well as food while I was there. A good chunk of that came out of reselling income, but they're not included in these numbers I'm about to share with you. So my total sourcing amount that I spent while I was there was $576.40. That was pretty much the perfect amount. I filled up my 2 suitcases and didn't have any room left. So that was like exactly where I want to be, and that's probably about how much I'll take this year. I am planning to go again in September of this year and do the same trip again. It will be my 3rd year doing that, and it's pretty profitable for me, so I don't see why I wouldn't go and do it. I was there, I did source 131 items, making my average cost $4.40. So far, as of December 31st, I have sold 57 of those items and have earned a total profit of $641.72. So that's after the fees and after the cost of goods, I've earned $641. That makes my average profit per item sold $11.26. The reason that's important is because now I'm going to project into the future. I still have 74 items left to sell of those 131. So my approximate profit to be made, so 11.26 times 74 is $833.24 that I have approximately to make from my Arizona trip once everything sells. That would make my total profit on the trip $1,474.96. Although that doesn't include my plane, car, and food. My plane, car, and food was not $1,400. No, it was less than that, significantly. So, you know, I got to visit my best friend for a week. I got to thrift for a week. It's definitely a trip that I enjoy doing, and it's fun to kind of come home with this big haul, and I get to show you guys all of it. So I will be doing it again this year, like I said, and you guys will get to enjoy the content from it. Okay, the next thing is gonna be my favorite finds of the year. So not all of these have sold. I'm only doing 3, and 2 of the 3 have sold, but the 3rd one has not. So my number 3 top find, and this was a request. I did put a question box on my Instagram saying I was going to film this video. If anyone had any questions for me for my 2020 video, to leave them there, and one of them was what was my favorite find of the year. So this is me answering that question. Number 3 was this pair of Kate Spade boots. I only paid $5.43 for them. I bought them in Arizona, and they sold during my Name Your Price sale to Tori from Girly Girl Style, who lives on the other side of my state, and she bought them in December, and I purchased them in September 2020. So, you know, a couple months, but I loved these boots. They were so cute, and they had just the little spade on the back, and they were only marked at like $7 at Goodwill, and then I had a coupon. So they're one of my favorite things that I found all year, and definitely my favorite find of that trip. And I really enjoyed sourcing them. And that's why they get the number 3 spot. Number 2 find of the year was this pair of Giorgio Armani suede heels. I got them at my church thrift store, and they didn't have them marked with their blue tag, which is kind of like that, like, boutique area where that tag color doesn't go on sale ever. And so I bought them for $6 because they weren't marked up. And I remember at the register, the cashier was like, "This is a really nice brand. This isn't a blue tag." And I was like, "Oh, I don't know. It didn't have one on it. So I just got it in the regular shoe section." And she's like, "Oh, okay, well," and then she like gave it to me at the lower price, but she was not happy about it. And I was like, "Oh, pretend like you have no idea what you're buying," basically. So I did get them authenticated. I spent $25 on the authentication just to make sure before I was charging like $200 for them. I have them listed still. They haven't sold. They're all available on Poshmark if you're interested. I will take an offer. But that is my number 2 find of the year. And then my number 1 find was this Patagonia cinchilla. It was such a cool pattern. It sold super quickly. I paid $16.55 at a Goodwill, so $15 plus tax-ish. Sold for $100. So I bought it on the 2nd of November, so it was like an early birthday present. My birthday's on the 3rd. And it sold on November 14th for full price. It's my number 1 sale. It makes me so happy every time I think about it. And I can't wait to find another one because it was incredible. It was such a good day. And definitely my favorite find of the year. Alright guys, that's going to be it. I had a really great year in 2020, and I really want to thank you guys for coming along on my journey and learning right alongside me. It has been an amazing year. Also, 2020 is my first real year on YouTube, so thank you guys for being a part of that and watching my videos. I do all of this for you, so you know, I don't make any money off of YouTube right now, so this is just for you guys' entertainment and learning and knowledge. And I hope that you guys are out there listening or photographing or doing something, because this is kind of a long video, so not sorry. I like long videos, and I know some of you guys too, I've talked to you, enjoy them as well. A lot of you comment on my videos or connect with me on Instagram, and I really, really appreciate that. I'm always looking to build a better community, and if you connect with me over video, I want to connect with you too. So definitely give me a follow on Instagram, reply to my stories, reach out, because I want to be your friend as much as you feel like I'm your friend, because I talk to a camera, but it feels like, I'm talking to you because I am. But I don't get the same feeling back, and I want to know who you are. I want to know who you are. So if you just comment down below, what is your Instagram handle, and I will follow you on Instagram. I'm always looking for new people. You're already supporting me right now by watching this video, and you deserve to be followed on Instagram, and I will do that. Absolutely. Leave your handle down below, and I will follow each and every one of you on Instagram. If you have a YouTube channel, I'll subscribe to you on YouTube. I want to connect with you guys so much more in 2020. It's definitely another goal. Find new people, find new resellers, find people who I want the connection. So please leave your handle down below. Like this video before you go, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in my next video, which will hopefully be not that far away from this one. Bye!